Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel, Hazel and Naka Design. This is going to be a quickie video showing you some gift wrap that I picked up the other day. Now, I barely cleaned a little area on my desk to do this, so if you catch sight of some other stuff that doesn't belong here, just forgive that. Now, the very first piece here is actually on a roll, and I just liked it because of the fact that, well, it's floral and it has these, I would say 3 or 4-inch squares that would be so easy to separate and turn into either individual journaling cards or, you know, put two together and create a belly band or whatever. So I will get this out of the way right off the bat. Now, the reason I separated my acquisitions into this video on gift wrap only is because, sorry, I'm just trying to keep my house of cards from collapsing, is because I picked up a number of baby papers, and of course, I'm still working on baby journals, so I want to be able to use them, but I also wanted you to see them. Now, I don't know, I had this off to the side. Not quite sure what this is. I don't know if this is wrapping paper or what. It's obviously quite a bit heavier than normal gift wrap. It was in the same area, so I'm thinking this might be, it doesn't have a smell. I don't know if it would have been drawer liner or whatever, but you know, do we really care? Paper is paper. So I just did a cursory sort before I turned the camera on. So I will have, you know, miscellaneous, Christmas, and baby. And this is going to go fast. This probably might have even been wrapped around flowers. This one, I don't know. I guess I just like the color. Sort of has that. Oh, I thought that I didn't know what I thought that was, but that white border obviously could be cut off. This is a gold and red diagonal sort of design. I have something like this of my own paper, and it's just, I'm not even sure. Like, I think this would be great as a starting background piece, you know, and build on it, layer on top of it. I think the appealing part of thrifting gift wrap is that typically you're getting less than a package worth. This is very subtle. So I think, and it's almost, I don't know, I think there was a phase where people were making papers like this, gift wrap sets like this, but it's not quite tissue paper, it's not quite wrapping paper, it's a little bit translucent. So I think I would treat this like tissue paper probably. I believe I have some of this. Again, who doesn't love the florals and the bright colors? I thought this was a very sweet looking paper. It's obviously from a shower, but as we know, it's easy enough to cover up those words that we want to hide. Oh, wedding rings. So bridal shower. Love that one. This one I grabbed obviously because of the background colors. It's easy enough to disguise those bells. There is, you know, obviously a bit more here. Not sure if there's any tape pieces left to salvage or if they've all fallen off, but that's always a bonus, you know. This one I thought was interesting. Oh, it's not even wrapping paper, it's a bag. That's even better. I just thought this was so cute. Now, I don't know. It says, I don't know what that is. I guess it's a store of some sort. I just thought this was really cute. For some reason, I'm drawn to little houses, streets. Is it because I live on a farm? I don't know. Anyway, I'll put this with my bags as opposed to gift wrap. This one kind of is in the same category as this one in term, and perhaps this one as well. You know, sort of that same aesthetic. And honestly, I'm just itching to do some collage and some master boards and some glue books. It seems to me I need that. I need a fix. I love this. It almost has a William Morris aesthetic to it. And of course, none of these pages ever have any, you know, branding or anything on them. Who doesn't love a pink stripe? This one, I usually gravitate to these sort of gold cherub type images. Don't know that I've ever used any, but I collect them. I love this one. It's got that pebbly feel to it. So there was a time, I think it was the 70s, when that was kind of an effect that they were doing. But honestly, I mean, there are sandy sheep, but those Holstein cows are very appealing to me as well. And I mean, you know, between the mint color, the pink, and the sort of indigo, it's just, I don't know. It's so darn cute. And of course, some quilt patterns as well. Always love a floral. And this one has the names of the flowers. So that's always an extra little bonus, especially if you're using this for something like a masterboard, because you're bringing in the element of text. This one looks and feels old to me, with these hanging baskets. Who hasn't had a spider plant? Ferns. And macrame holders, plant hangers. So it's got it all here. An exposed brick wall. This looks and feels kind of retro. It almost is not quite as pebbly as that other one I showed you, but just, I mean, couldn't leave it behind. This is clearly very shiny, but I can see this being the base in a mixed media project, or, you know, to use it in a glue book or whatever. So, like I said, I'm itching to do some of that. But like a responsible adult, I'm going to finish my obligations first. This has quite a different feel to it. It seems like sort of, you know, hunting lodge type, you know, English manor type paper, where you've got, you know, horses and gardens and barns and so on. Again, with the diagonal, or with the little squared off areas, it would be easy to isolate those and use them as a journal card. I've never seen anything like this before. It looks good enough to eat. So obviously chocolates and chocolate dipped cherries and strawberries and so on. Again, there isn't much of it, but enough to make an impact for sure. Oh. See, I save pieces like this when I use wrapping paper. think Angela has mocked us, me, for that, but anyway, yeah. I thought this one was really cute. I don't know that it could necessarily be used in a baby book, but look at those little, how cute those candles are. Now, of course, this is intended for an adult because it's millions of candles. And you're how old? I just thought that that was cute. And, you know, even just from the, how do you fold this up? Even from the graphic perspective, it's beautiful. Oh, didn't realize this was a bag. A very long bag. It's like a full-length glove. So I'll add that to the bags. Somehow I thought it was just very artfully folded paper. Okay, this one you can tell is old because of that whole umbrella aesthetic. You know, it's for some sort of a shower party. Cute little birds there. I thought this one was very sweet in that it was pastel. I could see turning these strips into like faux washi, you know, because, you know, umbrellas don't necessarily have to mean one thing or another. It could just mean spring showers. So yeah, there's a fair bit of that one here. Normally I wouldn't gravitate. Oh, there's a date on here. So that would be 1988. I wouldn't normally gravitate to unicorns. However, I'm being a little more cognizant of the fact that other people love stuff that I don't necessarily love. Or, you know, it's all gradations. Some people love things more than others. So I'm sure someone will probably need some unicorn paper. This seems ancient. You can see it's kind of yellow. It's very thin. And yeah, gold. These are my kinds of colors. I think those are alstroemeria, which is my favorite flower. And I will, well, I guess I could keep this here. It's still obvious. I mean, you can still see everything. This is, I'm into the tissue paper section. So this is obviously sort of that vitamin C orange and white. I do keep my tissue paper separate. I love, now this isn't actually tissue paper, I don't think, but it's thin and it, I don't know if you can tell, but those little dots are sort of, you know, they're glitter. They're like, you can feel them and they're glittery. So maybe I should keep that with the paper. Purple goes without saying. Oh, this is Christmas. I should put that with Christmas. Purple. Now this one, I have gotten this kind of paper. I've gotten flowers in this kind of paper, but yet this is tissue, a coordinating tissue. So I've never had the tissue before. So of course, we know that with tissue paper, we treat it like napkin paper and decoupage. Now this kind of feels waxy, so this could very well be that layer inside the paper that they use to protect the paper from getting wet when you're wrapping flowers. The fact that this is all scrunched up is, I think, a bonus. This is really cute. More purple. So this has purple and pink layered. So this one is interesting. It's got, oh, I didn't realize it had something on there. Oh, Cabbage Patch. Excuse me. Cabbages. The Cabbage Patch. Somebody who bought, I don't know, was it Alicia? Somebody who bought something from me at one of my live sales is into owls. So I was thinking, well, okay. If she buys from me again, I could perhaps wrap it in that owl paper. That's what I mean, trying to be more cognizant of who wants what. Light pink polka dots. And then this felt different. It kind of looks like butcher paper, but it's not. And I don't know if you can tell that it almost, well, it kind of looks like butcher paper, but it also kind of looks like leather. So I thought I saw it. Oh, yeah, right here. So this would have been, I guess, somebody's purchase from Anthropology would have been wrapped in this. So, okay. Bonus. Maybe I should switch these now. We still in frame? I apologize that recently I was out of frame. Okay, baby paper. So that just says baby, and it's got those hearts and, of course, a lot of colors to pick up on. This one is very sweet. Well, I guess you can see the... So, clouds, stars, baby and baby in a basket. Sweet. This one is so cute. It's like, well, it's Mother Goose. So there's the spoon, and there are the three blind mice, and Little Bo Peep, and, well, why is that pig all by itself? And Humpty Dumpty. So just very, very cute. So if I end up doing a Mother Goose fairy tale type thing, that would be precious paper to use. These are just diaper pins with various decorations on them. This one looks vintage. And clearly intended for a boy. So cute. And again, it would be easy enough to fussy cut if a person chose to do that. This is, I don't know, is this the 70s? There's some writing here, but it's not a date. So there isn't much of it, but it sort of has that, you know, didn't we all wear ponchos in the 70s? Another cute paper. So easy to fussy cut. I have to say, I really hit the mother load with baby paper. This one is a Muppet one. Well, the baby Muppets. So Kermie and Miss Piggy and Holly Hobby. These are those very earth tone type colorway. And again, it would be so easy to turn those into journaling cards. And in fact, that's probably what I should do. You have to remove some of this. Oh, yeah, it usually tears. Anyway, I'll leave that for another time. Baby dinosaurs. This is quite graphic, the way the style that this is done. So I don't really care about the dinosaurs, but look at the soother, the baby bottle, the diaper pins. It's so whimsical. This one I kept here just because of the little bunnies. There isn't much of it, but you know, they are very cute. Care Bears. I wonder if there's a date on this. think how you could make a cute, like, maybe 4 of them would make a cute little belly band. Oh, just a minute. There is something on the side here. 1984. Cool. Cool, cool. This one is pretty basic, so this might be a good basis for a masterboard. Person could also, mind you, that's a bit wide. I was going to say could probably turn that into a, well, that's pushing your luck, but if a person trimmed, the word itself is almost 5 inches long, so if you cut it nice and close, that could be a belly band. So, you know, that's why I wanted to go through these things, so that if I need to, I have, you know, something different. I guess the not pressure, but the challenge I feel with these baby books is because all of these mothers all work in the same accounting firm. You know, so they're friends, and so I don't want to ever do cookie cutter stuff, but I also want them to be individual enough that each woman feels that she got her own book. It wasn't just, you know, copy and paste kind of thing. These are cute. Little feet. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. And then pat a cake for the handprints. So there, you know, several kind of iterations of, well, several. This and this is the same, but in a different colorway. And then these little handprints are so darn cute, and it says pat a cake. So this one is just handprints. This one, again, in the past I've used a squared off grid paper like this to make journaling cards. So what would be smarter and a labor-saving device would be to back this first, like perhaps glue cut this off here, glue a section to, say, a manila file folder, and then cut it only once rather than cutting around, gluing, and then cutting yet again. And then finally it occurred to me that for the purposes of live sales, I should probably keep some of this paper. For sealed packages, I should probably keep some of these papers intact, because if it shows country of origin, I could sell them. This has a little, oh, it has been opened. I didn't realize it was open all the way. But country of origin is still on there. So that's pat a cake and this little piggy. Is this one open as well? This one is totally sealed. Made in the USA. Okay, so bears and umbrellas. This one is that same dinosaur paper, USA. It's funny that they don't, I wonder why they don't, unless it's in code and we can't tell. I wonder why they never put the date, the year on those things. Okay, so Christmas. So we've seen this before. Merry Christmas, let it snow, blah, blah, blah. Here's some ivy on a craft colored tissue. This is pretty cute. Teddy bears. This looks like ancient paper. And again, with these segmented areas, it would be very easy to turn these into cards. This is so cute. And it's almost like it has almost like a cutting line around those stockings. So there's a fair bit of that. I must have a weakness for nutcrackers, or just like the fact that it's a different colorway. Here's just a scrap of sort of a Victorian looking paper. This one almost has that Currier and Ives feel to it. again, it would be easy enough to cut around those shapes. I should see if there's any markings on here. Doesn't look like it, but again, this is old. And then the final one is this tin soldier kind of thing. Again, it would be easy to turn those into belly bands or page edging. Of course, they're directional, so you'd have to put them, you know, top or bottom of the page. So anyway, guys, that is a stack and a half of wrapping paper. And for those of you who have been with me a while, you know, I should pull out these ones in packaging. You know that I already had an embarrassingly big collection of gift wrap. But I think I feel the way about gift wrap that I do about postage stamps, and what else? Basically that they're little works of art. And when you think about the artistry that goes into making these things, and even obviously I don't know what the price of new wrapping paper is. Like if a person just went out to buy wrapping paper, what is it now? $35 or something? Sarcasm. You know, some of these original prices are in the $2 or $3 range. So when you think about it, even if a person had to sort of pay those prices, it feels like you're getting a lot of beautiful paper for not very much money. And so many possibilities as to what a person could do with it. So anyway, I'm going to stop there because chop chop, got baby books to work on. Plus, of course, the swap journal that I'm doing with the journal that I'm going to be swapping with Carol from Crinkled Path. I cannot believe that for about, months now, we've been talking about the fact that she and her husband might, possibly will come to Canada and to Banff National Park, which is world class. And it's about 5 hours away from where I live. So naturally, you know, like, what's 5 hours? So our plan is to meet, and as exciting and as much anticipation as that creates, there is some pressure there too, because, you know, that journal's not going to make itself. And, you know, I think Carol is obviously equally as busy at her end, you know, with different sorts of things. Still, you know, making changes to the property they bought and so on. Anyway, thanks so much for being here. Maybe in the comments you can tell me if you have a weakness, obsession, whatever name we want to put on our problem with gift wrap. Have you ever seen some gift wrap that you were able to walk on by? Anyway, I know that I can't. Okay, guys, thank you. We will see you in the next one. Bye.